I tried not to let a stranger follow me home. Somehow, he was already standing on my front porch. A few summers ago, I went on a late-night bike ride with a friend. It was around midnight, and by the time we decided to head home, the streets were almost completely empty. We split up near the end of the ride, and I only had about 2 blocks left to get back to my house. Normally, I would have just stayed on the road, but there was construction in the area, so I had to ride on the sidewalk for part of the way. It wasn't a big deal at first. The night was quiet, the streetlights were on, and there was barely anyone around. Then, right before I was about to turn left onto my street, I saw a man walking ahead of me. He looked like he was in his 40s, a little scruffy but not homeless, just a normal-looking guy, which somehow made it worse later. The sidewalk was narrow, and I didn't want to scare him by suddenly riding past, so when I got about 6 feet behind him, I called out, "Hey, behind you!" That was all I said. He turned around immediately, and the look on his face was pure rage. Not confusion, not surprise. Rage. I turned onto my street, hoping that would be the end of it, but then I heard him behind me. He started following me, screaming. He called me names, threatened to kill me, and kept yelling louder as I rode away. My house was right near the corner, but there was no way I was going to stop there now. I didn't want him to know where I lived, so I made a quick decision. I kept riding and did another loop around the block. I thought if I circled around, he would lose interest, keep walking, or disappear. For a minute, I actually thought it worked. I came around the block again and looked down my street. That was when I saw him. He was standing on my front stoop. Not near my house, not walking past it. On my front stoop. He was just standing there, facing the street, staring out like he was waiting for me to come back. I felt my whole body go cold. I had never stopped at my house. I had never pointed to it. I had specifically avoided going home so he wouldn't know where I lived. But somehow he was already there. When I rode past again, he saw me. This time he didn't scream. He didn't say anything at all. He just watched me. That silence scared me more than the yelling. I kept riding and went back to my friend's place instead of going home. I didn't sleep much that night. I kept thinking about how he had known exactly where to stand. 2 days later, my bike was stolen from the alley beside my house. I could never prove it was him. But I still think about that night sometimes. I think about how I tried to avoid leading him home. I think about how I circled the block to stay safe. And I think about the moment I turned back onto my street and saw him waiting on my front steps, like he already knew where I lived before I ever got there.